Good day, everyone. Today we're going to interpret the readings in analog multimeter. Let me ask you questions. Have any of you seen your grandfather, father, uncle, or elder brother using a multimeter or multitester at home? Share with us your experiences and encounters seeing a multimeter being used. What were they using it for? What did you learn from watching them? Voltage, current, and resistance in electrical circuit need to be determined and measured. The volt-ohm-milliammeter VOM is also called as multimeter. This type of meter performs several functions. In other words, in VOM, the several measuring functions are combined in a single unit. It is used to measure voltage, current, and resistance. For the types of volt-ohm-milliammeter/multimeter, number 1. Analog multimeter. Analog multimeters use a microammeter, voltmeter, and ohmmeter with a moving pointer to show or display its readings. Number 2. Digital multimeter. This device displays the measurements on a digital screen, making it easy to read and understand the results accurately. For the parts of analog multimeter. Number 1. Pointer. It shows the values read from the scale. Number 2. Scale. It shows the value of what is being measured. Number 3. Zero position adjuster. Adjusts or positions the needle at the right scale. Number 4. Range selection knob. It allows switching the function and scale. Number 5. Test pins. They serve as the conductor from the item being tested to the multimeter. Number 6. Test probes. It is used to connect to the device under test. Fourth, the parts of digital multimeter. Number 1. Selector knob. It comes with an arrow pointer to its end to choose the parameter being measured. Number 2. Display panel. It displays a liquid crystal display, which can show up to 4 digits under normal conditions and has the provision to show negative sign. Number 3. Ports. Displays the 3 main ports on the front of panel. Number 4. Probes. It is used to establish an electrical connection between the device under test, DUT, and the multimeter. To read a DC voltage using analog multimeter, get an analog multimeter. Connect black probe to the common or negative port and connect red probe to the positive port. Here is the DC voltage section with range of values which are the basis of our measurements. I am taking the 3.5 volts battery of a cell phone, which has a positive terminal and negative terminal. Measuring the voltage of a battery is crucial to check its state of charge, verify its condition, and prevent damage. It ensures the battery is functioning properly, not over-discharged or overcharged, and provides the required voltage for a device to operate correctly. So we have to select the 10 volts range. But as you can see, the pointer is not at 0. So we need to calibrate it before taking any reading. To calibrate the multimeter, rotate the 0 ohms adjuster knob clockwise using screwdriver until the pointer aligns with the 0 mark. Now it is calibrated and ready to take any readings. Connect positive terminal of the battery to the red wire and connect negative terminal of the battery to the black wire. Next, select the 10V scale on the multimeter, which is the closest higher value to the 3.5V battery voltage to be measured. We will read a 10 volts scale 0 to 10 scale because we select 10 volts value in the range selector knob. So the pointer shows a 3.5 volts value in the multimeter, which means that the value of a battery is indeed 3.5 volts, which is a good battery and not a defective battery. To measure AC voltage of a 220V outlet using an analog multimeter, follow these steps. First, ensure the multimeter is set to AC voltage, VAC or ACV mode, as this setting allows the multimeter to measure the voltage of alternating currents. Next, select a range higher than 220V, typically 250V or 300V. This higher range provides a buffer to handle any potential voltage spikes or fluctuations. Second, plug the multimeter leads into the correct sockets. The black lead goes into the common socket, which is the ground or reference point for the measurement. The red lead goes into the V voltage socket, which is used for measuring voltage. Third, carefully insert the multimeter leads into the 220V outlet. Make sure the black lead is in contact with the neutral terminal and the red lead is in contact with the live terminal. This proper connection ensures an accurate reading. Finally, hold the multimeter steady and take note of the reading on the dial. The pointer on the dial will indicate the measured AC voltage. Record this value for reference. To read resistance value using analog multimeter. Number 1. Connect red probe to the positive port of the multimeter. Number 2. Connect black probe to the COM port of the multimeter. Number 3. When measuring resistance, focus on the ohm symbol section of the range selector knob, as this setting allows the multimeter to accurately measure electrical resistance. Number 4. Select times 10 range. Number 5. To calibrate the multimeter, short the probes. Number 6. If you notice that the pointer is not at 0 ohm, rotate the 0 ohm adjuster knob clockwise until it points to 0. Number 7. Disconnect the probes. Number 8. Now it is calibrated and ready to take reading. Number 9. Get the resistor we need to measure. Number 10. Connect probes to resistor. Number 11. If it has no movement or deflection, it means the selected range is less and the resistor has greater value, and we cannot read it. Number 12. Disconnect the resistor. Number 13. Select the times 100 range in the resistance section. Number 14. Short both probes in order to calibrate it. Number 15. Rotate ohmic knob clockwise so that the pointer will point at 0 scale. Number 16. Disconnect the probes. Number 17. Reconnect the resistor again. Number 18. We need to read it in the resistance scale. Number 19. So the nettle is at 5, and we have selected times 100 multiplier in the resistance section. Number 21. Now take 100 and multiply it with 5. Number 22. And we have 500 ohm value, and this is how we can measure resistance.